Today we will explore Disney's most recent and contentious endeavor, Snow White. This film is not merely a reimagining of a revered classic, it has emerged as a central point of contention in contemporary social and cultural discourse. Despite the fact that Rachel Zegler has been cast in the iconic role of Snow White, the film has generated significant headlines for all the wrong reasons. The pressing issue is whether this film will ultimately succeed for Disney or if it is destined to become another financial disaster. Today we will delve into the intricacies of this multifarious issue. Please remain with us until the end, as we will disclose some intriguing information that you may not have previously encountered. The Snow White project is one of Disney's most challenging endeavors, despite the fact that the trend of live-action remakes has been ongoing for several years. As Disney has always struggled to modernize its classic stories for a new generation, this time around they have taken a risk that has not been well received by many fans. Rachel Zegler's announcement as the new Snow White sparked a flurry of debates within the fan community. Since the original story of Snow White is derived from a traditional European folktale, Disney's announcement regarding her has sparked controversy. Rachel, a Latina actress, has been at the center of this controversy. Following the backlash, Disney said they are committed to diversity and representation in their films. They aim to craft an inclusive narrative where audiences from all backgrounds can see themselves reflected, despite this attempt at inclusivity. Casting fans raised concerns that casting a Latina actress in a European tale significantly distorts the character's original essence. In a particularly noteworthy interview, Rachel Zegler boldly declared that her portrayal of Snow White would not adhere to the traditional stereotype of a damsel in distress, waiting for a prince, but rather would depict her as a strong and independent character. This statement caught many fans off guard, as the traditional trope of a damsel in distress is often associated with a prince. The original Snow White is cherished for her purity and naivety, which endear her to audiences across generations. Another major backlash occurred when Zegler controversially labeled the prince's role as akin to that of a stalker. This remark shocked many fans as it seemed to transform a timeless love story into a modern critique that many felt was unnecessary and misaligned with the original narrative. Furthermore, Zegler's comments did not stop there. She also described the 1937 original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs film as outdated and weird. This statement particularly irked longtime fans of Disney who hold the original film in high regard. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is not merely a film, it is a cultural touchstone and the first full-length animated feature that established the foundation for all subsequent animated films. Many felt that Zegler's dismissive tone toward such a classic alienated older fans and displayed a lack of appreciation for Disney's rich history. This entire situation presents a significant challenge for Disney as they try to navigate this minefield of controversy. They must protect their branding and public image while also being attuned to the sentiments of their loyal fan base. Disney faces the daunting task of balancing their innovative strategies with the expectations of those who have supported them for decades. This brings us to a critical question: why has Disney continued to stand by Rachel Zegler? Despite the backlash, is it due to contractual obligations, or do they genuinely believe that this modern approach will pay off in the long run? We will delve deeper into this question shortly, but if you want to uncover these insights, be sure to stick around and watch the video. From a financial standpoint, the Snow White project has already consumed a staggering budget until the end. Reports indicate that the budget for this live-action remake is around $300 million. This poses a tremendous financial risk for Disney. If the film fails at the box office, they could face significant losses similar to what happened with The Little Mermaid. That film was also the classic portrayal of Snow White has long been beloved by audiences for her innocence, purity, and naivety. These qualities made her an iconic Disney princess, capturing the hearts of viewers across generations. However, recent remarks by Rachel Zegler, who has been cast as Snow White in Disney's live-action remake, have sparked controversy and led to significant backlash. Zegler's interpretation of the character and her critique of the original 1937 film have left many fans feeling alienated, leading to a broader conversation about the balance between modernizing classic tales and preserving their historical significance. One of the most contentious aspects of Zegler's comments was her comparison of the prince in the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs to a stalker. In the 1937 animated film, the prince is portrayed as a romantic figure who awakens Snow White with true love's kiss, an act that has been seen as the culmination of a fairy tale love story. Zegler's critique, however, recasts this act as problematic, suggesting that the prince's actions could be interpreted in a more negative light through a modern lens. This remark shocked many fans who felt that her recharacterization was both unnecessary and misaligned with the timeless nature of the original narrative. For them, 1937 version represents a pure love story, not one in need of modern reinterpretation. But Zegler didn't stop there. In another statement, she described the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs film as outdated and weird, a remark that particularly angered longtime Disney fans who hold the original film in high regard. To them, Snow White isn't just a movie, it's a cultural milestone. Released in 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the first ever full-length animated feature film and set the foundation for the entire Disney empire. It is celebrated not only for its groundbreaking animation but also for its timeless storytelling, which has enchanted generations. Zegler's dismissive tone towards such a monumental piece of cinema history has been seen by many as a lack of appreciation for Disney's rich legacy. The backlash has left Disney in a difficult position. The company now faces the challenge of navigating this controversy while maintaining its carefully cultivated brand image. On one hand, Disney has long been associated with family-friendly entertainment that transcends time and appeals to audiences of all ages. On the other hand, the company is constantly seeking to evolve and adapt to modern sensibilities. In recent years, Disney has increasingly leaned into remaking its classic films with live-action adaptations, often incorporating more progressive themes to appeal to contemporary audiences. However, Zegler's remarks have ignited a debate about whether some of these updates go too far, potentially alienating the very fan base that helped make Disney the entertainment giant it is today. For many Disney fans, especially those who grew up with the original animated films, the idea that a beloved character like Snow White could be reimagined in such a way feels like a betrayal of the legacy that has been built over decades. Zegler's comments have been interpreted as a direct attack on the nostalgia and cultural importance of the original film. And this has led to a significant portion of Disney's loyal fanbase expressing frustration, not only with Zegler but with Disney itself for seemingly endorsing these modern interpretations. This controversy raises a critical question. Why has Disney continued to support Rachel Zegler despite the backlash? Is it due to contractual obligations, or does Disney genuinely believe that Zegler's modern approach to Snow White will ultimately pay off? It's possible that Disney sees value in courting a younger, more progressive audience with this reimagining of a classic tale. However, this strategy is risky, as alienating the older, more traditional Disney fanbase could lead to significant financial repercussions. Financially, Disney has already made a massive investment in the live-action Snow White remake. Reports indicate that the budget for the film is around $300 million, making it a high-stakes venture. If the film performs poorly at the box office, Disney could face significant losses, similar to what happened with the Little Mermaid remake. That film, while well received by some, struggled to meet financial expectations, leaving Disney with less than stellar returns on its sizable investment. With such a large budget on the line, Disney cannot afford to misstep. The company's decision to stand by Zegler could either pay off by attracting a new generation of fans or backfire, further alienating its loyal audience. This balancing act between innovation and tradition is one of the central challenges facing Disney today, as it seeks to evolve while still honoring the legacy of its iconic characters. Ultimately, the controversy surrounding Zegler's comments and the live-action Snow White remake serves as a reminder of the challenges that come with reimagining beloved classics. Disney's ability to navigate this minefield of fan expectations, financial risks, and cultural sensibilities will determine not only the success of this particular project but also the future direction of the company as it continues to update its vast catalog of animated classics for modern audiences. The stakes for Disney's upcoming live-action Snow White remake are incredibly high, especially with the film's reported budget of around $300 million. To justify such a massive investment, Disney will need to see significant box office returns. Achieving success with this film will depend heavily on the effectiveness of their marketing strategy and, perhaps more importantly, how they handle the ongoing controversy surrounding the project. Rachel Zegler, who stars as Snow White in the remake, has made several comments that have sparked backlash from longtime Disney fans. Her remarks about the original 1937 Snow White being outdated and her critique of the prince's role in the story have alienated some viewers, many of whom hold the classic film in high regard as a cultural milestone. The backlash raises serious questions about whether Zegler's modern interpretation of the character will attract new audiences or push away the loyal fan base that Disney has relied on for decades. Disney now faces a delicate balancing act. On one hand, they are under pressure to modernize their storytelling to appeal to contemporary audiences who may expect more progressive themes and updated narratives. On the other hand, Disney risks losing the trust and admiration of their older, more traditional audience by straying too far from the original versions of their beloved classics. This controversy highlights the broader challenge Disney faces as it navigates the fine line between preserving its iconic legacy and staying relevant in an ever-evolving entertainment landscape. The question now is whether Disney's gamble on this new direction for Snow White will ultimately pay off. Will Zegler's comments and the updated storyline resonate with modern viewers, or will they cause longtime fans to drift further away? It's possible that Disney is banking on the idea that younger audiences, who may be more open to reinterpretations of classic tales, will embrace the film, while the older generation's dissatisfaction may be a calculated risk the company is willing to take. Beyond the storyline and casting, this project's success depends on many factors. Disney's marketing strategy will need to strike the right balance, ensuring that they address the controversy while still generating excitement for the film. The company must find a way to reassure loyal fans that they are not abandoning the essence of what made Snow White such an enduring classic, while also enticing new viewers who are looking for something fresh and relevant. So, what do you think? Will Rachel Zegler's statements and the new storyline ultimately benefit Disney, or will they alienate fans even further? Do you believe that Disney should continue to embrace traditional storytelling, or is it necessary for them to explore new narratives for a modern audience? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you found this analysis compelling and informative, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth content. We'll continue to cover new developments in the world of entertainment and culture. Our discussion of these important issues will continue in the coming weeks. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching.